What's up, everybody? Let's go for a little drive through the best parts of Orlando, the suburbs here. We're right now in Clermont, but we're going to be in Manola soon. And then we're going to head towards Tavares. So it's just, whoa, what's up with the windshield getting all dirty? A lot of bugs out here, man. We'll have the sun behind us today, so there shouldn't be too much glare as we get going. Katie got hit on. Yeah, homeless guy wants to be your boyfriend, Katie.
Not interested.
Yeah, homeless guy wants you, huh? See, you got options too. That's just me. You got hit on by a homeless guy.
No. Yeah.
Oh, they're cops behind, telling him to leave.
That's not the person.
That's the police. No, that's another. He was begging aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a hard look too.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a hard look.
Yeah.
Cops told me he's got to pack it up and leave. I'm gonna tell a cop about the other dude though. That was creepy. The way he went about it wasn't like he was just hitting on me. That was kind of like aggressive.
He wanted me to go for a walk with him.
Yeah, but the fact he had two sticks in his hand,
Yeah.
that's almost like intimidating.
Yeah.
Well, this dude right here, he was acting like a tough guy. The one right here.
Mm-hmm.
When I walked past him, he was all aggressive. He was like, "Yo, what's up, homie? You ain't gonna give me nothing?" Like he was begging aggressively, you know. And he's already acting a fool. Look, he's acting a fool already. So like, there's another side of this place.
Yeah.
There, you see it right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the food looks really good at this
Yeah,
place.
yeah, it looks good. But this dude here, let me know if the car pulls up behind me. He was begging aggressively.
I can't see.
Oh. He was begging aggressively. Like,
Yeah.
he was begging aggressively, and like he was really, really begging aggressively. And he was begging really aggressively. Like,
Yeah.
I went by. He's like, "Yo, what's up, homie? You ain't gonna give me nothing," like something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then the other guy was, so even though it's a really nice park and a nice area, like there's still like there's too many like just bad people around here. Like, it's a nice park, it's beautiful, the city's put in everything. Relax. Is there a car behind us? Then we're good.
No.
No cars behind us, we're good.
Yeah.
But he was begging aggressively.
Yeah.
And the dude with the stick was freaking weird, man.
Yeah.
So he's gotta leave.
Yeah.
But the dude with the stick was super aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him, right? He had two sticks, one in each hand, and he seemed really aggressive. Like, when I walked by him, he seemed really aggressive. And then as soon as I left, he went up to Kate. What did he tell you? He wanted to go walk with him?
He wanted to go for a walk with me.
I was like, yeah. I would have been like, no.
I said no. I was like,
What a shame. Like, it's just a nice park, but then you have all these, like, vagrant people just screwing it up. It's a beautiful place, man. Like, this place is gorgeous, like, fun. But, like, that dude was creepy. Is when he had a hat on the floor. I guess the other people over there called the cops on him. And this guy, he had the cops called on him. So here's a beautiful park, beautiful place, expensive place to live. Yet you got people just being weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the person who called the cops on him was right in front of me, probably.
Yeah.
Unless the cops just happened to drive through or whatever, because I can tell you that the other person didn't like it. Like, there was one person who didn't like it. He had a hat on the floor, and the guy was like, the guy told him to leave. He was like, it was this older white guy who was like, yo, not older, like left, like middle-aged white guy. No, I wouldn't say older. I was like,
why don't you keep going?
I'll keep going. No, I wouldn't say older. I would rather say like middle-aged white guy.
Like our parents' age?
No, younger, like a little bit older than us, right?
Like 40s?
Yeah, like the white guy in his 40s was like, yo, man, what the crap, yo, like, get the, you know, he was mad. He was irritated by it.
Yeah.
He probably lives here. He's probably like a millionaire or something and lives in this area. Pays a lot of money. You know, you got your kids and a family. And here's somebody. He had a hat on the floor, and like he wasn't like aggressively begging. Well, he wasn't like begging like normally, like you know, like a normal beggar where he's asking for money or something.
Yeah.
But he had a hat on the floor, and we went by like he just like if he didn't give me any money, it was like me mugging. He mugged me. Like, I came around because I looked at him because I was looking for the guy that was bothering you. And he was like, yo, what's up, homie? You ain't gonna give me nothing, bro? Like, something like that. I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah. But anyways, great little place. But, man, you got, you know...
Environment.
You got environment. I mean, that's the thing about the Orlando area. It's like, yeah, it's a pretty place. But you saw that going on. You saw... So it seems like even these places, they look pretty. but they have a lot of problems. I met a guy from Costa Rica on my walk. Yeah, kid from Costa Rica. Some Puerto Ricans. I helped them take a photo.
Yeah.
So,
turn left on 27.
So it's kind of odd. It's kind of like on one end it's really pretty and whatever, but on the other end you're right off of Orlando's worst parts are right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, so like you're gonna have to, like, if you're walking with your kids, imagine if you're a woman alone, right, and you're going for a walk with a young baby, and
Yeah.
that creepy dude comes up to you saying you want to go for a walk with me or something, and like,
Yeah.
maybe he was like, he might have figured out
He was trying to get me to get out of the car.
Yeah, he was creepy. I seen him.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 sticks, one in each hand. I seen him. He was really creepy. And with the 2 sticks, those were considered weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was super weird. I saw him. He was creepy looking. But yeah, like, yeah, this is a nice area. Same thing goes to Winter Haven, Clermont, Groveland. These are nice areas. But Highway 50 splits right to the worst parts of Orlando. Like, this area has... Nothing stops those homeless people that hang out over there from coming over here and weird mental problems. And imagine you're this nice little white lady just walking with your baby, and this weird kid comes up to you. He had long hair. I seen him. He looked like Whistle and Diesel. You seen Whistle and Diesel, the one that I watched that destroys cars? You know what I'm talking about? He had like long hair and a hat. I seen him with 2 sticks on each hand.
Yeah,
I
and
seen
he had beard.
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah.
I seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, yo, this kid looks like he's up to no good.
Right in front of us, there's a place called Uncle Kenny's Barbecue.
You killed Kenny. So, yeah, that's the thing about these suburbs. Like, yeah, they're nice and pretty, but you still have an environment here where you're constantly having to deal with somebody trying to, like, finesse you in some type of way. But all these places, like Central Florida is like that. I think the only places where you really don't have too much of that is Fort Myers. Let's kind of push back on that a little bit. Naples didn't used to have it. Let me just say that. It's hard, man. Like, it seems like no matter how much money you got. Well, it's like, remember when we stayed at that really expensive beach resort in the Keys, and we thought, oh, here's an expensive place, right?
3 in the morning, screaming like, I'm having a girl.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, you're gonna do your gender reveal at 3 in the morning? I don't think so. That's kind of weird.
On a weekday.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the people that outside the bar, when you were inside, outside listening to the bar, they're just out of their minds.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what the world's like right now. It's just because, you know, you have even in expensive areas, and you know, you say, go to a beach resort. Well, that beach resort wasn't cheap. Like,
No.
It was expensive, but there's people there that were just totally, you know, not what you would expect at a beach resort. But then again, that's just, you can't get away from it anymore.
Yeah.
Look at Naples. What an expensive place to live. You think, wow, a place this expensive. There's more homeless people in Naples than there are here.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference, at least in Naples, the homeless people that are in Naples are more like finesse than they are aggressive begging or like mental illness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really where it gets creepy. So you got the map. You tell me where to go. Just put it up on volume. I'll listen to it.
It is on volume.
I haven't heard Siri. I want to hear Siri's beautiful voice talk to me. She's the only woman I can trust when she's in your hand, because you're telling her what to do. Yeah, that guy was creepy. I seen him and I was like, why does he have 2 sticks? That's super like aggressive, you know? And then he's bothering women, like, that's even more
I
like...
grabbed my phone and started texting when he was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be aggressive sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid. Somebody's bothering you, don't be afraid to be like,
Yeah.
you know...
Yeah, I knew something was off, so I texted you. And, like, if you're texting someone, that sets someone off. They know that you're not alone.
Yeah. He knew I was alone because he saw me get out of the truck when you were there.
Mm-hmm.
He knew you were in. But he waited for me to leave. He's just totally creepy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Totally creepy folks out here, man. Are we in Lake County?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Lake County? I think this is most of Lake. Yeah, I think this is Lake County, which is one of the nicest places in Florida, according to myself. But underlying issues underneath it all. It's just a shame because what a beautiful place, you know?
Yeah.
90% of people, 95, 98, 99% of people there are just having a great time. Beautiful park, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous area, but then you have homely over here aggressively begging and the other one trying to go on a date with you.
Yeah.
What's up on that hill? Those all houses? Man, that's ugly. Oh my gosh, that is so ugly. Isn't that hideous?
That is hideous.
Gosh. Look how hard this truck shifted. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Hills.
Yeah, hills. Hills. It shifted pretty hard. I think what they do with these trucks is, am I going left or right?
You're keeping going for 2 miles.
It's shifting horrendously bad.
Mm-hmm. On hills. It's never dealt with hills.
Yeah. I think they adjust to your driving patterns. Now it's shifting really weird.
Yeah.
I think what these trucks do, I might be wrong. I'm in a Facebook group for these trucks, and there's always people complaining about how weird they shift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have transmission problems, or what's the transmission temperature at?
They just shift weirdly.
They shift weirdly, and transmission temperature is 144. It's not even hot. I think what's wrong with these trucks?
Why are you pushing the button for the daylight for running lights instead of the bottom? You're pushing the top on that thing. It should be the bottom, the check mark.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what this does?
That's lights. That's for the brightness.
Hey, we just hit 55,000 miles.
Awesome.
Yeah. What was I talking about?
You're gonna take a right turn before the prison.
Nice.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a car.
Yeah.
So I'm in a Facebook group about these trucks. There's always people that when they get them, they start to complain about how they shift, and it seems like that's just the way they shift. They shift bad when they're empty,
Mm-hmm.
but let's say you were hauling a lot of weight. When I've hauled a lot of weight, they shift really nicely when they're loaded, and that's when the transmission is more likely to break. So, I mean, the gas mileage on this thing is hideous. We're getting like 10, 12 miles per gallon. I mean, we're already at $120 in gas since we left, right?
Yeah, but luckily this time when I filled up, it was only 305.
The gas price went down a little bit?
Yeah, or at least in this area.
Yeah, it's just a thing with
In
Florida
half a
where...
mile, turn right onto County Road 561.
I think what I'm pretty sure the problem is with these trucks is that they're meant to shift really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
When they're carrying a big load,
Yep.
that's when they're at their
They're
premium.
made for big loads, not...
Yeah, when you're when you're driving having a big load, it shifts perfectly. Right here, I'm taking right.
Yeah.
Turn right onto County Road 561.
They shift horrible under normal conditions, but under like work conditions. So like their optimum operation is loaded.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it shifts normal. If you were hauling a big heavy trailer, it would be shifting perfect.
Yeah.
But now since you're empty, it's gonna shift kind of weird.
Continue for 4 miles.
And it's kind of like, you ever seen a flatbed trailer empty, like on a rig, on a big rig?
Yeah.
You ever notice that when the trailer's empty, instead of being flat, it's like curved up?
Yep.
It's like the same principle. Like, you ever seen like a flatbed semi-trailer?
Mm-hmm.
When they're empty, they're not perfectly flat. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They're kind of curved, right?
Yeah.
And that keeps, when you put the weight on it, then it's perfectly flat.
Yeah.
Because if it was perfectly flat, empty, when you put the weight on it, then it bends it down.
Bogged down, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's how these transmissions work. When you're empty, it's not going to perform the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to shift a little hard. But put a big load on it and start driving around with a camper, and it shifts perfectly.
Yeah.
Because I had a big load on it the other day, and it drove like a miracle. I couldn't believe how nicely it drove with the load. But when it's empty, it shifts hard. So that's kind of how it works. But yeah, if you were to get one of these trucks, and that's just the way they shift. It's weird. And it's unsettling because you know it's doing weird stuff as you're driving it. But again, what really destroys the transmission isn't these hard shifts. That doesn't destroy the transmission. Wow, can you believe this is Florida? I feel like I'm back in Alabama.
Yeah.
Should make a video saying we're back in Alabama. It would be believable. It would definitely be believable. These are real hills out here, man. Porque tú eres mía, yo te quiero maltratar. It's like right here how weird it's shifted. Look at these. This is gorgeous. Lake County's pretty. It's kind of Florida's Alabama. That doesn't sound right. Florida's Alabama. And natural beauty. I did notice though that there's a lot of, that's an expensive area, and I saw a lot of like really nice black people. A lot of met a guy from Costa Rica. I saw a Korean.
Diverse.
Seems very diverse, yeah. Very diverse. I saw some people that I'm pretty sure were European. People from up north. Very, very diverse. For Florida standards. Si tú me quieres, como dices que me amas, y es verdad, dame un cheque a mi nombre de 90,000 o un poquito más. I'll translate that for you. If you love me the way you say you do, fill out a check for at least $93,000 to my name. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm not writing a $93 check.
93,000.
Yeah, I'm not writing you a check that big.
You don't love me then. You don't love me that much.
I would, but it would probably bounce.
I never said I was gonna cash it.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you love me. Look at these houses.
I'll write it.
Look at these houses. This is like baby Alabama over here, but more
Yeah.
impressive. Like kind of Texas looking type of place.
I like it though.
Yeah, this is a nice area. I guess if you live up on a hill up here, nobody's gonna bother you. Fenced in. You got a machine gun ready to go. Yeah, I'm thinking. That's thinking when you got enough, like, see that house up on the hill? And nobody's gonna bother you up there. Like, you're just, that's yours, you know? It's fenced in, you're on 5 acres at least.
Yep.
Nobody can go up that hill to bother you. You don't need to know who
mile
you
at the
know.
traffic circle. Take the second exit.
You don't need to know who your neighbors are. They don't need to know who you are. And then if your neighbor's got money just like you do, and they feel the same way you do, don't bother me.
Yeah.
This is nice out here. Okay, so what are we doing here to circle?
Take the second exit.
So go straight.
Yep.
Go straight's less complicated than take the second exit. Take the second exit.
Exit the traffic circle.
Exit the taxi circle.
Continue for 9 miles.
Continue for 9 miles. Tavares, 11 miles. These are great rural communities out here. Not bad at all. I bet it's expensive though. See, are they burning garbage? Nice. But you know, the difference is living here, you pretty much have to be a millionaire to live out here. Yeah, they're burning it. They're doing a big bonfire. You see all those trucks gathered there? The difference is to live out here, you gotta have some money though. This is not like talking about these would be like $100,000 farms or whatever. These are like $1 million farms probably. Definitely not straight. That's not great.
Coming up
Might that be one of our subscribers that lives there?
Aston Tula.
You said my trailer wasn't worth crap. I've had that happen already, surely.
Yeah.
Remember I was gonna crack on one kid in Phoenix Springs, Florida?
Oh yeah.
And the kid I was about to crack on him on video. And then the kid was like, hey, I saw you at the park. And I was like,
Oh no.
oh, no, I was gonna crack on you. You have to be more respectful. Because you don't know, every person's a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's easy to say something behind somebody's back. But then eventually that person, you're gonna be face to face with them. Nice truck. Nice truck. Why is it that when you're looking for a truck, you can't find it?
I know.
And then, like, when you've already bought one, then you see one, like, everywhere you go.
Ooh.
So, you like that little farm?
Yeah.
You know what? You sell enough houses, I'll make you a farm like that.
I like those log cabins with the porch all the way around.
Just gotta keep reading them real estate books.
I will.
We'll retire up here. We retired in the villages video in reality.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I would never retire in the villages.
No. I want quiet when I retire.
They need to start making the villages for millennials. You know, like, instead of playing golf, just like a place where you can drink and drive and, like, it's, you know, like...
Oh, the villages?
No, like, you know, like, I don't know, what do people are... What would the villages look like for our generation, you know? It wouldn't be a golf community. It would be like a cell phone community. I don't know. Scooter community. Everybody has an electric scooter, or the whole place is run off of solar panels, and everybody has to wear a mask. It's fine, I don't know. I need to shut up. What would the villages for millennials look like?
Where you could drive over the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, their
don't see
grandparents had golf courses. We destroy those golf courses.
Well, no, like a giant Starbucks. How about that? There's a bunch of Starbucks. Like a community, like on every block has a Starbucks. And like you can ride to your Starbucks in some type of electric scooter or like one of those one-wheeled things for old people. You know what I mean? What would a community... Man, this is so creepy. I feel like I'm back in Alabama. Wow, this is very country. Very country. We have to start designing the communities where millennials are going to retire. Where you live inside a every house is a Starbucks, and like you live inside a Starbucks. I don't know. And they have golf communities. It'll be like a millennial community.
Well, I'll be a realtor. I guess we could like market it. We just have to get with the developer.
Actually, on a real note, if there's a developer out there who really has a lot of money, I mean, like if you can make a $300 million investment, get at me. I got some ideas for you. Somebody's watching and you're a developer, and you want to make a community in Florida, I have some real ideas. I'm not going to say them on YouTube, but if you need like some real ideas of a community that would sell out, holla at your boy. Wow, that is like the worst sales pitch ever. Like, do you have $300 million? Holla at your boy, dog. Like, no, I'm not going to holla at your boy about a $300 million investment. Oh, well, look at rappers. Rappers are like that, and they're like, they're not professional. You ever hear about like on the news now, rappers are starting to like kidnap their like contract holders? Oh, I said the K word, huh? Dang it. Oh well. I don't know what this video
Huh?
was. Like
What?
rappers are starting to like siege their managers and like, you know, like they're doing gangster stuff to the people they have contracts with. So now the people that like make rap contracts and stuff, they have to have security and stuff because like the rappers are like not putting up with like their like they a rapper gets mad about his contract. It's not like, hey, call him or lawyer up. It's like, hey buddy, I'm outside your house. I got a picture of you and your wife and your kids. I want you to look at before I talk to you. It's like that. Like, I'm just a public relations person for this company. Like, nah, bro. We gotta fix this contract. It's wild out there, man. When it gets, the more money you got, the nastier it gets. I bet half the issue in Alabama we had at the end was just all those backwards hicks when they figured out we were gonna get a check that big off that house, you know?
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the notion that they're financing because they don't have enough, and you're walking away with a freaking $130,000 check or something, you know? Like, it's just that's more than they can handle for the little pea-sized brains. That somebody our age, from our background, is just gonna go there and double their money in a year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They don't like that, and then they think they can muscle you. How you gonna muscle me, bro? Like think about the people that bought the house from us and all the crap they did. How you gonna muscle me? You're financing a house because you don't have a $6,000 down payment. With 3% down payment, you're buying a house. I'm walking away with a freaking check because I own it cash. What makes you think you're a more boss than me? You know? These cars are moving slow. Fuera médico a serio, le meto dos galletas a todos esos guaperos. The pain does not help anymore. It just makes it worse. I've told you.
I'm trying to tell you that I'm there for you.
You've already proven that.
Okay.
That's not true. Most people will never go through half the stuff we've gone through in our lives.
Yep.
Or get to do a quarter of the things we've got to do in our lives.
Yeah.
So we can't really complain. I would be like the worst Mexican singer from the 80s. Because none of my songs are I'm just not romantic enough. Those guys were like, Te entrego mi alma en tus manos. You know, like they were just like really romantic dudes, bro. Music today's not like that. Music today's like, boom, I like it. You know, like they're not really romantic at all.
Well, back in the 80s, you had a romance. Now you've got like Tinder. You had to work to get a girl in the 80s. Now there's just Tinder.
How's that work? You just go there and be like, yo, I'm a dude looking for another dude or something, that's it?
Tinder is like a dating app where
You just don't date. You
yeah,
get right to it.
yeah,
That is so creepy.
it is.
Like, are women outnumbered like 95 to 1 on that, I'm gonna guess?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's creepy. Like, what woman does that to herself? I don't know. No, there's 3 of them right there. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, what woman does? Oh yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. I don't know. People have lost all dignity, decency.
What happened to the long, straighted romance?
I'm the romantic of the century. You see me in action.
Oh yeah.
Go on, women, clean the house.
I knew I was gonna marry you the day I met you.
Wow. There's some creepy people out there. You'll meet some crazy people in your lifetime, I'll tell you that much. You'll meet crazy people, and they're out there. I guarantee you, they're out there. I guarantee you, you'll meet somebody crazy today. But I did too. It's weird. Like, our life, it was weird. Like, I also knew weird. I knew that. Weird. most people cannot say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just odd. We met each other and it was like, this works.
In a quarter mile, slight right onto Florida 19 North.
Take slight right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the day that my parents bought that house in Naples, that I came to the house,
Slight right
and the
onto Florida
neighbors
19 North.
had like tried to claim the property.
Oh yeah, they were trying to say it was theirs already because it was empty for a day.
Mhm.
Also, I'm gonna tell you, we have lived
I
the
heard-
things we've lived through in our life.
Yeah.
Don't elaborate too much, but the things
No.
we've lived through our life,
Yeah.
we've dealt with stuff.
Continue
Yeah.
on Florida 19 North for 1.5 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah. I had to call my dad.
yeah. Well, the thing I said the day you met me, you were like,
Mhm.
and you figured out I wasn't like a creep,
Yeah.
and you were like, help, because
Yeah.
they were bothering you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. There's creeps out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
This world is just filled with creeps, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in some places they cover it up better than others. The thing about Florida is how
Yeah.
brazen people are about whatever the crap they're into.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like other places are different. People say,
Yeah.
"Oh, Florida, man, this and that." The only difference in Florida is that Florida's not a judgmental place.
Yeah.
It's a mental place.
Yeah.
And we took the judgment out of that a long time ago. Long time ago. We'll use our turn signals here as well. Are we in Tavares already?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West Main Street.
West Main Street, okay. Tavares, Tavares. De tantos lugares, nos fuimos a Tavares. De tantos lugares, nos fuimos a Tavares. Is that light right there?
Hmm?
Is it that light right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and place. Nice about one of these giant trucks is like people just figure out that
Turn right onto West Main Street.
they should probably get out of your way. Not everybody figures. Some people don't. Like that little smart car didn't figure it out.
In a quarter mile, at the traffic circle, take the third exit onto North Sinclair Avenue.
What am I doing?
At the traffic circle, you're gonna turn left.
Okay. Oh, these are projects. Oh, splendid. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Tavares. Oh, we're in Tavares. Cool. We're in Tavares. Belton Belbons. Belton Belbon. Why does that sound offensive? Belton. Oh, they use I gotta figure it out, man. Yeah, they use a big old. Oh man. Yeah, this is pretty
In
nice too.
800 feet, turn right onto West Alfred Street.
Yeah, this is gonna look pretty at night.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty at night. It's gonna be a cold night. You can tell by the color of the sky. I need to get my sweater on. You know what's weird? Like when we bought all those sweaters in Michigan, I was like, we already had sweaters from Alabama.
Turn.
Left or right?
Not yet. That's the parking garage
Oh,
up there.
wow. Although we turn. Here? No, it's just somewhere else. Left. Give me it. Give it. What am I doing here?
Turn right.
onto West Alfred
Wow.
Street.
Yeah. Turn. Yeah. Where? In what direction? that's Katie with the turn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Turn.
Continue on West Alfred Street for 3/4 of a mile.
Turn. Really?
Yeah.
That's a direction. Turn.
Turn.
That's a real direction right there, bro. Turn. Oh, what do I do? Turn. Really? All right. That's very.
Yeah. Lightning.
Oh yeah, turn. I froze for a minute. Like wait, like my brain tried to figure out. Like okay, turn. Like let me just before I call you out for that, make sure that I'm not the one that's not understanding this. Join Tavares. Does that look too bad?
Yeah.
Okay, why does it look like this truck's lift kit is like 4 inches higher on one side than the other?
I know, right?
And like it's sideways. Look, it's not even straight. Like it's all sideways. Look at that. It's not even straight. It's like all sideways. Like I'm seeing like I can see the left side of this guy's truck, but the right side I can't.
I have a comment. I have something to say on that, but I don't
like,
think I can say it.
It looks like the wheels in the front are at least 2.5 inches too far to the left versus the back wheels.
Yeah, I have a theory on that, but I don't think I can share it without it sounding mean.
Yeah.
In a quarter mile, turn right
Tiny
onto
friend.
Donna Street.
No.
Tiny friend right there. Tiny, tiny friend. I'm surprised how much Puerto Ricans have moved into this area. And the rural
Turn
part
right
still.
onto Donna Street, then your destination will be on the right.
It's right there.
I'm excited. All the Puerto Rican restaurants and stuff here. Alana's 15. Half of my family's in Havana. I'm very stingy. I send them nada.
You can't send them money.
Not anymore. Yeah. That's horrible, bro. I think they're starting to open up ways you can send money, but nothing's easy.
It's not good right now.
Yeah, so you can't even send money to your family. It's horrible. The ways to send money are sketchy as crap.
Yeah.
Did I hit something yet?
No.
Alright, there it is. Welcome to Tavares. Cuban.
Yes.
Sorry.